9th month, 1983. That's the same year as mine, actually. Losing my voice here a bit from probably yelling at the dog, so I'm gonna persist and talk about a HJ47 2H 4-speed. No power steer, nothing fancy. It does have disc brakes. It's just a beautiful specimen. Now this one, the history we know behind this one, Tony owns it now. Tony's only owned it for 1 month. Tony sold his 78 series to become a 40 series owner. And if you own a 40 series, you know where it's at. You know it's way cooler. You know how everyone looks at a 70 series owner, a 79 series owner, and how everyone waves at a 40 series owner. Well, Tony is feeling the love. He can't go up the road to the service station without someone saying, "G'day mate, this reminds me of Granddad's." Tony is now part of the family. He's only had it a short time and it's needed a little bit of help. We'll go there in a minute. But look at this specimen. So he found it in the Sunshine Coast, up where he lives in the sunny coast. I said, "Hey Tony, watch its pass." And he said, "I actually don't know. The gentleman is a real estate agent that sold it to him, and he bought a house, and the guy threw the car in on the deal. And the guy that threw the car in did the paint job, did the tub, but that's all he knows." So maybe if you're watching at home and you've seen this, because it's got quite a unique tub, very unique tub. If you've seen this anywhere in Australia, let us know your thoughts. But we'll start right up the front. Now this is nice and original. That is an original. That is a bumper bar. It looks like someone snuck to a farm and ripped up a cattle grate and made a bumper bar. But I'll tell you what, it's solid, it's legal, it blends in. And one thing about these cars, they're very agricultural and it looks the part. I love the bonnet hood ornament. A bolt and a bit of steel, bloody beautiful. What else can I say about that one? Mirrors. People see these mirrors a lot and go, "Where do I get my truck mirrors from?" I actually don't know, maybe a truck shop. Buggers me, but they're very popular because their size. They blend in on this type of vehicle and they work really, really well. That's pretty much the exterior, apart from this tub. This tub's got a lot of talk around the workshop, and if we look around the whole thing, it does remind the fellas in the workshop, brought up that it reminds them of when we had a Stout here. That Stout had a very, very similar style side tub on it, so that's our closest guess. It's just a guess at the moment. It's a Toyota tub. Really need the comments to come in here. Who's seen this style of tub before? Somebody else mentioned one of your 70 series, but we're still thinking older because of the hooks and the chains and what have you. A lot older than 70s. So what do you viewers think about the style side? It's definitely not a 40 series one. Why was it in Mr. Landcruiser? Let's go have a look. Isn't she a bloody thing of beauty? A bloody beauty. I tell ya, that's why we've lent it back on the roof, because part of the bonnets fell away, rusted away. Overall, these panels are really, really nice actually, really nice. But just a few spots here or there. 2H, how it was, how it should be. Looks bloody beautiful. Now, when it came into Mr. Landcruiser, we had a bit of an oil leak. You can see some of the oil left over, but this is really common. The oil cooler cover is very, if we have a close look here, she is badly pitted. It's seen better days, so it's actually punched through and made hell of a mess. So that was the core reason why it came into Mr. Landcruiser. When you're getting to something like the cover, you find other stuff. We sell these genuine on the website. They're just all, that's munted, all your little unions. They're in really, really bad condition. So we go through, none of that can go back on the car. This one as well, really munted, can't go back on the car. So we address some of the issues that we see straight away. We've got it, so Tony got us to clean up a couple of other things. I guess the fuel gauge wasn't working. In behind the seats, went in through the floor, cleaned up some connections, perfect. We also had a glow plug. Now, it was a push button, it's back to super glow, he turns forward on the key. And also, valve clearances. So Richard, he's a kind guy. If you live in his neighbourhood, he drove this to work for the customer and heard the tappets tapping their little ass off, and she was in a pretty bad way with valve clearance, so we've reset that, cleaned up the mess, put a new rocker cover seal on there, back to normal. So we've just gone through this, mainly the 2H, left everything else, and it's ready for Richard to drive back to the customer and for the customer to just really enjoy it. That's underneath the bonnet, she's pretty standard. Let's go and have a look at the interior. The interior, bloody beauty. Roof, fiberglass. A few things aren't original anymore. Somebody has reupholstered the dash pad. And honestly, if you've seen the price of a new genuine one, a reupholster is probably an ideal answer for the non-purist. Same with the seats. They didn't come out of the factory in black in 83 HJ47. They were grey, so, or well, they're still a grey, blacky tinge. Depends how many drinks you've had when you're looking at it, but they are not original. They've been recovered. What I really like about this, the dash, it's plain and simple. Still got the J07, which is the cluster the 47 got, different to other clusters. I love the stereo in this thing. It's as old as my nana, and it's just basic AM, FM with a few buttons. I don't know what they do, but it's not a Toyota genuine one, but it just looks the part. I would just leave that in there and maybe hide a Bluetooth one or something and leave it at that. Because we're running the 4-speed, we've still got the factory flooring in here, looks absolutely beautiful. Someone did actually care for this car and they put a bit of maintenance. Even though the engine needed some Mr. Landcruiser love, someone's put a fair bit of effort into the overall maintenance of this, and honestly Tony's got himself a really nice one. I haven't got to drive this yet, I'm about to go for a burl. Richard told me driving it on the highway is driving it with one finger, arm on the door. It drives absolutely beautiful, so well done whoever's been maintaining it. They've put a few little aftermarket here. We got a little door handle to pull it shut, saves putting your hand on the door, what have you. That's the interior of this car. Just a beautiful blank canvas for Tony. Now Tony just has recently purchased this, and himself he's even talking future plans. He doesn't know. You've got to drive it and figure out what comes next, and that's what he's going through now. Righto, that's pretty much it. I'll go through a few other things. It's still got the splitties and the road grippers. Not everybody's favourite, but I don't mind them, and they're affordable. You know, we used to get them so cheap. Brand new 79s still come in the country with them, and industry used to take them off, so they're a dime a dozen. So affordability, the road grippers worth looking up some brand newies. I actually thought underneath this, at first I thought I had new suspension, but a bit of a plug here for Liv, a little Landcruiser. A great guy, Bartley, put so much effort. He calls it an underbody restoration, and it's a bit hard to see, but he goes through, intensely cleans them, scrubs them all up, and gives them a paint. It's not long term, you might have to visit him every couple of years or so, but this is a coastal vehicle. This is getting the love it needs, and Bartley is on it, and that was Tony's first visit, we're his second visit. What I also haven't talked about is that bloody stack. I love a good stack. Let's see if she soots a little smoke. Just let it, I'll just let it idle away there and do its thing. Oh, 2H, wet dreams. Now, that's it. Walk around's done. Beautiful little car, plain and simple. I've said it, future plans unknown yet, but it is Tony's daily. He sold a 78 for this because the dude knows where it's at. 9th month, 1983, HJ47.